Here we have the new 2026 Honda CR-V Hybrid. This one comes in the Trailsport trim level, all-wheel drive. Radiant red metallic is the paint, and then we have black cloth interior. The powertrain consists of a 2-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine that's made with 2 electric motors. All goes through a continuously variable transmission. But to the front end here, we do get our LED headlamps along with the LED daytime running lights, and the lights don't flash like that. That's just how my camera's picking them up. But love the new Trailsport trim. Love how they did the grille. It just looks really sleek, but rugged at the same time. Down here to these wheels, these are gonna be 18-inch alloy. I like that design. Now we do get passive keyless entry on the front, and then to the door panel here, we get one touch up and down for the front windows, regular power windows on the back, rear window lock, power door lock controls, power mirror controls, blind spot monitors are included. And I like the trim, just how it kind of goes together. It's very subtle, but it still looks nice. That's for the lift gate, hood release. You get a manual tilt as well as telescoping steering wheel. And then here we have our power driver seat with 2-way power lumbar support. But I want to give a huge thanks to Darrell Waltrip Honda here in Franklin, Tennessee for allowing me to review the CR-V Hybrid today. I'll leave a link below in the description. But if you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. But sitting behind myself, having the seat up front adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs, space back here is good. It helps that you're able to actually recline this seat to maximize that space. There's a seat back pocket on this side, 2 USB-C charge ports, rear AC vents, and there's a look at the front from back here. Try and brighten that up a little bit. And then we have the sunshade there for the sunroof. LED light in the back, love that. And then a grab handle here, and we can hang a shirt or a pair of pants here if we need to. Pretty sturdy hook. Now child locks are here, lock, unlock. And then we do have our fuel filler here. But to the back end here, love the tail lamps. That's a really nice look. And even the badging is very nice. Nothing feels super cheap on this CR-V. Dual exhaust is integrated there. Hey, wait a minute. There's one exhaust. They about tricked me. So you have the exhaust on this side, and then that's just kind of for looks there. But you know what? I respect that. It looks really good, but that's why I was getting under the vehicle, because that's hilarious. Now, if you want to fold the seat flat, pull up here, and then we'll get the seatbelt out the way. That'll fold into the floor. You can run longer objects through to the front. And then you do have the top tether for the car seat on the back of the seat itself. Lift it back up into place. And that just goes to show you the difference in when it's reclined and when it's not. And that's a big game changer, I think, compared to other vehicles in the segment. You get your side airbags integrated in the rear as well, and your anchors for the car seats right there in front of you. And then our front passenger seat, manual seat back, seat bottom there, and then a lockable glove compartment right there with the owner's manuals. Now your vents are right in here, and you can see where all the vents are because you have the directioner there, and then you can close the vents off or turn them on. But I like how it's like one piece, it looks like. Almost like the exhaust, it tricks you. Come back around to the front here, just a quick look in the engine bay. And there are 4 cylinders for this 2-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder that's made with these 2 electric motors. Now before we hop in the driver's seat, because it is blazing out here, I'm gonna show off the turn signals. But now let's hop in the driver's seat. So leather wrap steering wheel here. Nice feel there. You can heat that as well with the button. Like the horn sound. Now to the radio here, let's go through our audio sources. We get AM, FM, and then we have our wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto compatibility on top of the Bluetooth audio. And then one thing I always love about Hondas is their radio systems are so simple. You connect your phone here, you have a big giant button for that to connect a device. Home buttons here, phone, audio sources, change your bass, the balance, all of that. Everything's right in front of you. And then if you need to go into your settings, you have that right there. You can change your language here. A few other features, but for the most part, everything just, it's easy to use, and that's why I like these so much. But backup cameras there, guidelines follow you as you turn the steering wheel. Hazards down here, dual zone automatic climate controls. You also get 3-stage heated front seats. You can control fan direction here, that auto mode there, cut the fan speed down to turn the auto off, and then you can sync and unsync there. So just easy to use. You get 2 USB-C ports. This one you can actually run to the radio. This one is just for charging. 12 volt is here, and then a wireless charging pad back in there. Now for your drive modes, you get 4 of those: Sport, Normal, Econ, and then the Snow mode. And then this is your downhill brake control if you need to use that. Automatic brake holds down here, and then your electronic parking brake. Pull up to engage, hit the brake, press down to disengage. And then for the shifter, pull up here, reverse, neutral drive. You have that engine brake in there. And then bottle holders are here. Center console, cubby space. And then your sunglasses holder here. Lights there. And then you have your sunroof controls. When I push that shade back, you can tilt or slide it, but there's a one-touch slide there. And there's a look at the back seat from up here. There's a vanity mirror. And then back to the steering wheel itself. Left side stock, blinkers, high beams. And I apologize for the lighting. It's hard for this camera to keep up because the sun doesn't know if it wants to stay up or not. And then we have our wipers here, one time off, intermittent low, high. We can adjust that intermittent frequency here, and then our rear wiper over here on the side. Pull either way for that rear fluid, and then pull up for the front fluid. Now over to this side of the steering wheel, again, we do have those paddle shifters that control the regenerative braking, so that maximizes it and that takes it pretty much all the way off. But you can go through track list, radio station presets here, volume, and then you have the scroll bar for the left side, which you can use to go through customizing the display to Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, all of your audio sources there. And then voice recognition on this side. But this right side, this activates the adaptive cruise, the lane centering, the gap adjust for the adaptive cruise, and then this is how you switch on the actual cruise itself, so you can set the speed, cancel there. But this is pretty important because this one goes through all the right side gauge cluster functions. So your meter setup, if you want to change your language, or if you want to change your speed or distance units, you can do that. There's just a lot that this little knob does because all of your settings that you would think would be in the screen are right here in the main screen over there. So there's just a lot that you can do. I'm not gonna kind of dive into that because again, there's a ton there, but most of it you're not really gonna ever need. But push button start. And finally, here's the key fob with remote start. So next, let's go ahead and take this 2026 Honda CR-V Hybrid Trailsport out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this CR-V Hybrid Trailsport, like the hybrid powertrain here, it's relatively quick, just having it in the normal drive mode here, and it feels very nice. The ride is good, the power output is good, it's very quiet, just under light throttle here. But really comfortable overall. Even though the seats are cloth and they feel a bit bulky, they're not uncomfortable in the least, and it's an impressive setup they have here. and it's just driving very normally, very, very well. Now you can hear the CVT kind of keeping a weird idle there, but for the most part, again, relatively quiet. Now I do want to give one more huge thanks to Darrell Waltrip Honda for allowing me to review this vehicle today. I'll leave a link below in the description. But if you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get to the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. But not really much to say about it because it's interesting. Honda has a history with this hybrid powertrain, and it really does a great job. Your fuel economy is incredible for a vehicle like this, especially to have all-wheel drive capability as well. But it does a lot without you noticing it, if that makes sense. Just with your overall driving perspective, when you're behind the wheel here, you don't feel the transition from gas to EV to hybrid to when this does that, and it's incredible how good it feels. Again, just being behind the wheel here and just not noticing all that's going on here. It's just a simple drive. Now, when you first come out of a stop, you do feel the battery push you up to about 10-12 miles an hour, and it varies based on throttle output, how much battery life you have, all of that. But you feel it as you are coming out of that stop. Now, whether you floor it or not, you either get the instant torque from the electric motors, or you'll just get the silent power from the electric motors as you get up to speed slowly. So it's nice to have the best of both worlds there. But I love just the setup here. The controls, everything is very easy to use. It doesn't feel as technologically advanced, but it does feel easy. I don't feel like overwhelmed by the radio, by the AC controls, by the steering wheel. Just everything makes sense. Lane centering's here, adaptive cruise is here, setting your speed is right there. It's all very easy. But I also love having the animation here, just that hybrid view showing me when the braking is going back to the battery, when the battery is being used, when the gas engine is being used, so on and so forth. Now, I've had it in econ mode for a minute, and the econ mode does limit throttle response, but also you can feel the AC being cut off as well. It's just very quiet there. It's not blowing as hard. But let's give it a pull here in sport. Here we go. And I mean, the pulling power is phenomenal. Now, I do want to give one more thanks to Darrell Waltrip Honda for allowing me to review this vehicle today. I'll leave a link below in the description. But if you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get to the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. But absolutely fantastic drive here. Lane centering's on, adaptive cruise is on. Just an easy to drive vehicle. And when you're getting 38 miles per gallon city, 33 highway, it's nice that you get fantastic fuel economy, a fantastic ride, good pickup, and all of that for a pretty decent price. But this Trailsport with the all-wheel drive is meant to be more off-road oriented, and I think it's ready to take on that light off-roading or light snow, whatever you may have in your foreseeable future. But with all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2026 Honda CR-V Hybrid Trailsport.